EA Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to historic Baltimore, Maryland, and M&T Bank Stadium. Here's a scene a short time ago. The Ravens introduced to this sellout crowd, and through a sea of pyrotechnics, out they came from the tunnel. We're set to go as the Ravens get ready to match up with Tom Brady and the New England Patriots. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
Wait, that slide, 80. Here we go. Check three.
They'll run with a former Super Bowl hero. It's James White, and he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Completes this one to Meredith. He'll have a first down past the 40 and all the way up to the 45-yard line. That one good for a first down pickup of 18 yards.
I like the screen being called here early in the game, especially on the opening drive, because, Brandon, when guys come out of the locker room, especially those pass rushers, they are so amped up to get to the quarterback that you can use that against them, and a screen pass is a great way of doing it. A lot of teams against good pass rushing teams, they want to run the screen 10 to 12 times in a game.
Brady with a hook up to the fellow veteran Watson. Give him a couple on the catch at 2nd and 8.
And, partner, I think that was a great example that not all tight ends are created equal, because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on first down. Now Brady. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down.
That's very well timed there defensively, because it's not a bad throw, but the collision came at the exact time he was reaching to bring in the football. Really, really well done.
Decent offense, just better defense. I think you're right. Throwing is Brady on 3rd down. And the Raven pressure too much. Down he goes. Michael Pierce, in all of his 340-pound glory, gets the sack. He probably feels like he cannot get a break. He was sacked 7 times last week. And here we go again in the first quarter.
And we always talk about the internal clock of a quarterback in the pocket and how he has to have a real keen sense of it in order to get rid of the football. After being sacked 7 times last week, that clock has been sped up.
Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 from back at their own 10-yard line. Now the Purdue man. This is Akeem Hunt. And strong running there gets this up over the 15-yard line. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4.
And watch the lane. Check. Come on.
Throwing is Jackson. And he's going to be brought down. Back at his own 6-yard line. Dante Hightower. He's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
Check 91. 91 Northern. Mike 91. I'm coming. I'm coming. I'm coming. 91 is the mic.
No run call here. They'll look to throw instead. That'll be taken in there by Miles Boykin. He's at the 40. Past the 20. And he gets this deep into Patriot territory. A big play there on the catch and run. And even 80 yards.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 15-yard line.
So a slight improvement in field position, you might say, from inside their own 10 to this as they come up on 1st down.
Check nickel, nickel. Check.
Here's carry number 1 for Kenneth Dixon. And he is met in his tracks behind. The line of scrimmage.
Winovich brought him down. Brought down back at the 19-yard line.
Jackson options out left. And this Patriot defense up to the challenge once more as they again stop him behind the line. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
3rd and 14.
Couple of plays sent them the wrong way, and now they face a 3rd and 14. From the gun, Jackson. That one is caught by Hunt. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. It'll be a pickup of 14, but they're still a little bit short as it brings up 4th. And no move to get the offense off the field. They'll stay put on 4th and 1.
Strong right. Hey. 4 down. Hey, switch gears. He's coming. Double up. He's coming.
And now before they run this play on 4th and 1, we're going to get a break and a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. So they're going to come to the line here, and it appears try to go for it on 4th.
You go tight. You got go. What twist? Check.
And I'm not sure he got there. Did they stop him? They did. The safety, Patrick Chung, is the one who makes the stop. So the defense has to stay out and get one more stop. They were able to do it, forcing the incompletion.
So on their record, that goes down as a successful play. Doesn't matter how they got there, how it happened. They got it done. They're the ones that are jubilant.
Brady. Trying to squeeze it into Edelman, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Patrick Onwuasor. And he'll take this down inside the 15-yard line. He had a little bit of the turnover bug last week, 3 interceptions. Not an absolute disaster, but another one here. Do you start to get a little worried?
You worry about your team as a whole because you have to find a way to make those interceptions, quote-unquote, go away, and that means your defense. They've got to go out there on sudden change and at least hold people to field goals, and if that keeps happening, they lose confidence in the quarterback, and then no one plays well.
After the interception, here's Jackson. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. Vincent Smith, the intended receiver, but it'll be second down.
Had the right idea there, trying to throw it to the sideline, but he led him just a little bit too much, trying to get it out to his receiver. Ends up falling to the ground, incomplete.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
Check safety, check safety. Switch. Out. Alert flare. He's chaining up. He's checking. Crash.
Jackson now to throw again. Now the pressure gets there, and he goes down just inside the 20 at the 19. Michael Bennett, the former Texas A&M Aggie, dropping the hammer. Now after that sack, it's 3rd and long for Jackson and the Ravens.
Check 91. 91 is to Mike. Mike 91. Go. You better bring it. I'm letting you know right now, you better bring it.
Here's Jackson on 3rd and long. And it's caught. And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Here's a guy coming off a strong rookie season, Gus Edwards. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Baltimore. Gus Edwards, his 2nd touchdown on the season, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Tucker with the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Pats at the line, ready to go. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others, where they think they have an advantage. Dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving.
At the 30-yard line.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5.
Shift. 72. Tighten up. No, 66.
Looking for Edelman, and he hits him. It's complete. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down.
Well, I know it goes against the instincts of the person catching the ball because all you're ever taught is catch the football, don't drop it.
But drop it there.
Yeah, in that situation, dropping it would have been better. End up losing yardage, even though they completed the pass.
As good as a sack.
Yeah, how about that? Although they won't get the same credit for it, and it won't help them at contract time.
And this will probably be the last play of the quarter. On 3rd down, Brady. And he'll have his man. That's Edelman. And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports.
Wait, 53! We go! Hey, goal 66!
On 1st and 10, here's Brady. That incomplete, crisis averted, almost picked. Instead, 2nd down.
Well, nearly another interception there. That would have been 2 drives in a row with a pick. He's got to start taking care of the ball way better than what we're seeing.
Interestingly, that throw was probably worse than the one he threw the interception on last drive, but fell incomplete. Brady's incompletion on 1st down leads to a 2nd and 10. Brady gives to Michel. And an alley to run. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. That one a gain of 20 and a 1st down. Well, there's no shortage of great young runners in the NFL, but don't forget about that guy, Sony Michel. First-round pick in 2018. Almost hit 1,000 yards as a rookie, 931 to be exact, to go along with 6 scores for the former Georgia Bulldog. Brady now to throw. Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. And nearly picked it off. He had a chance to come down with that in the end zone, but it'll wind up just being incomplete.
My man's getting a little loose with the football there, right? Interception before, almost had one here. He's got to start taking better care of it.
It really should have been back-to-back drives with interceptions. He's lucky there.
Watch the twist. Check 43. Hey, check it.
Looking back to the air on 2nd down. It's Brady. This is White on the screen. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. And he's going to be taken down with the 1st down at the Ravens 23.
When you run a screen pass really well, you got to like the look of it because so many parts come together to make it work well. The offensive linemen where they're faking people out, the back slipping out there, catching the football, then all of them going together as one unit downfield. A really nice pickup.
Now a 1st down carry. It's Michel. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line. 16 yards, a 1st down. That time a slant. Brady in general on those quick hitters, he just releases the ball so fast.
He does, and he's so accurate, but most of the time he wins before the ball's even snapped by his pre-snap read. Finds out where the defense is and delivers it to the proper place.
The Patriots into the red zone for the first time. They've got a 1st and goal to go at the 7.
Switch. Check. 64. Hey, goal 66. Check it. Reload.
They go play action for White. Now it's Brady. Buying time. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about.
Let go.
A terrible spot for a holding call as he'll try again, but now from further back on 1st and goal. Throwing now is Brady. And there's the first NFL catch for N'Keal Harry. No gain there on the completion. It'll be 2nd down.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. Throwing again on 2nd down. Brady. And this is caught. It's Edelman. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. A touchdown-saving tackle there. Now it's 3rd and goal. They'll come out in the pistol. They've gotten it to the 1. Can they get that final yard here on 3rd and goal?
Let's go on. No, 66.
And they will run it with Michel. And he's over the line and into the end zone for a Patriot score. Sony Michel with touchdown number 7 on the year, as they are now on the board here in the first half. And it's no good. He misses the extra point, and this remains a 7-6 game. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. This one fielded at the 5. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line.
At their own 23-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And, you know, certainly a lot of football left to be played. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're first place in their division. Looking good, looking to be a threat come January.
And let's think about what every team has in their goals. All right, number 1 goal is what? Make the playoffs. Number 2 goal.
And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. Justice Hill, 77 yards. And the Ravens are able to show off their quick strike ability. Tucker now for the extra point. And his kick is no good. Misses the PAT, a mistake there. And this remains a 7-point game. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Pats at the line, ready to go. Now Brady on the bootleg. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
It's a lot of contact going on there, and in the end, unable to keep 2 hands on the football and bring it into his body.
Everything looked pretty good until the finish. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
Go. He's crashing. He's checking crash. Sugar. Hey, 66.
On the ground, this is Michel. Ooh, with a juke. He'll have a first down past the 40. And he's hauled away down to the 6-yard line. A big-time run there by Sony Michel. Give him 69 yards on the ground.
We own them. Bang, bang. Check it. Reload.
They go play action here on first down. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. A well-executed safety blitz by Tony Jefferson leads to the sack.
Well, that was point counterpoint, wasn't it? They decided to throw for it on first and goal. Instead, the defense counters with pressure, and the defense wins, getting a big sack.
First down, a bit of a disaster, and now on second and goal, back even further.
Push him back. Alert! Check it.
Now Brady. And he's in. Touchdown, Patriots. Cameron Meredith, his first touchdown on the year, as they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. And correct me if I'm wrong, that was just a simple fly route, wasn't it?
No, there's nothing to correct at all. You've got it down pat. And I just remember as a player, when I'd be in practice sessions and I'd hear 9 from the receivers, that meant fly route, go, look out. That was the 9, and he just kept going all the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
Brady going to throw, and this will be caught as they convert here for 2. He hits the big target for the 2-point try. Defenses hate those guys, especially around the goal line.
It's hard to decide who you're going to put on him. Are you going to put a smaller corner on him? Are you going to put a safety who doesn't have maybe the same coverage skills? How about a linebacker? He may have the size, but he's not used to really covering in space. That's why the tight end gives you such a great advantage when you're throwing the football.
Let's go. Let's go.
The Ravens take over first and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going.
Double time. Hey. Wheel. Turn on. Patch it. Under 10. Under 10. 10.
They'll start with Hunt on the ground, and not much there. Maybe a yard up to the 24.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
Ain't no such thing as a loss. We taking wins home. 25. Check 25. Check 25.
Play action. It's Jackson. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Obi Melifonwu. And they are going to set up shop at the 32-yard line.
Well, that's a drive killer right there. Not a really confident throw either. This one was kind of up for grabs, and it's going to come down the hands of the wrong team.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
Double time. 3 out. Mike 40.
So after the INT, it's Brady. Nowhere to turn here, and he's going to go down. Back at about the 37-yard line. Chris Wormley. Credit him with a sack, and it goes as a loss of 6. So 2nd and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range. And spins away. Gets it to Gordon. No gain that time on the completion, and it'll be 3rd down. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football.
That's it, baby.
Coming up at the half, a reminder, we go back to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman. He'll have a look back at our first half as well as a look ahead to what's coming up later this weekend. Well, now they'll try the end around. I don't think anyone in the building fooled right there, as that one is going to blow up in their faces. The Ravens going to use the second of their timeouts. So that means they're down to one remaining here as we head toward halftime. So look at this. Here's the field goal unit coming out. And he is going to need to bomb this one. This will approach NFL record territory. It's a 62-yard attempt. And that one's not going to get there. Not enough juice, an ambitious effort, but it's well short. And this score will stay right where it is.
And this is one of the risks you run when you attempt a long field goal. If you miss, the defense takes over at the spot of the placement. So now they've got a chance to get one more drive in before halftime.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. He's got Smith here. It's a pickup of 11 and a Baltimore first down. Nice throw there by Jackson. You think about what a boost he gave Baltimore the middle of last year. Led them to victories in 6 of their last 7 games as a starter, replacing Joe Flacco, who had the hip issue. And that strong finish was good enough for the Ravens to capture their first AFC North crown since 2012. And now Jackson's a known commodity. He's the unquestioned starter, and with increased expectations and pressure on the former Heisman Trophy winner. No gain there on the completion, 2nd and 10. Now the old pass completion for no gain, not something you want to call up out of the playbook too often.
Yeah, most offensive coordinators don't have that on their play sheet, so they've got to go back and scramble after this one. But right now, with what they're telling receivers about making sure you take care of the ball in open field, sometimes the fighting for extra yardage doesn't come as a result. That and good tackling can lead to no yards gained.
Give them 14 on that one and a first down.
First and 10 at the 23-yard line.
Jackson now, after the pick on the last drive, 3 for 3 to start this drive. It's 1st and 10. And Jackson throwing once more. He's going to let it go deep. And that's intercepted. It's the all-pro corner, Stephon Gilmore. So cancel the interception, pass interference.
And you know what else gets canceled? The return yardage. Makes the play, but now it's all for naught.
So it's 1st and goal and a great opportunity to get that lead back before the break. They'll try to run with Hunt. And no signal yet. I don't think he got in. He didn't. They'll mark him at the 1. Call it no gain, and it's going to be 2nd and goal. Another shot from the 1 on 2nd and goal. They'll look to run with Edwards. And he will force his way into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. Gus Edwards, his 2nd touchdown of the game, his 3rd on the year. And the Ravens have retaken the lead. Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and that'll make this a 6-point game. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line.
Here we go.
The Pats at the line, ready to go. You've got less than 30 seconds left here in the half. You're well on your own side of the field. What are we doing here, Coach Davis?
Well, I'm trying something on 1st down, and it's something that's safe. It's something that's been done many times before. A lot of people say it's not even worth trying, but I'm running a draw. I'm running a screen. I'm seeing if something pops. And if it does, that can alter my strategy and potentially get me some points. And if it doesn't work, well, then you just run the clock out and go to the locker room.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
Tight down, there you go.
he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. Now the Patriots will use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Shotgun now for Brady. And that is incomplete. 7 seconds remaining.
It's now 2nd and 10.
Brady's incompletion on 1st down leads to a 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Brady caught by the tight end Watson. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. Try to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. The final shot before half for Brady. And a dump off to White. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. We have hit halftime. Still 2 more quarters to go. We'll take a timeout. We'll be back after this. You're watching the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. It's in the game. The Ravens ready to receive it, and they've got the lead as well as we resume play in the second half. This will be taken very short. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
We'll see if they do just that. Jackson fakes the give and keeps it. That's pulled in by the rookie from Notre Dame, Miles Boykin. It's a first down on a gain of 10.
I like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit. But how about the people up to block in front of him? Either fellow receivers or offensive linemen. That makes that play a really nice timing play. And sometimes it can break big.
65, 65, 65. Check 91. 91 is the Mike. Mike 91.
On the delay, here's Hunt. Oh, he's got some breathing room. They'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. Hakeem Hunt, his first touchdown on the year. As the Ravens push further out in front. And on that long run, maybe the defense caught napping a little bit.
The concentration level may not have been there. I agree with you on that one because those types of plays, when they result like that, they're almost like big bolts of lightning, aren't they? Whoosh, and off he goes.
And now they'll empty the backfield here as they elect to go for 2.
Ringo. Tight ends on Ringo. Tight ends on the Ringo. 3 down, 3 down.
From the gun, it's Jackson. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. Should have been picked. Probably doesn't matter on a two-point conversion, but still, as a former DB, you want to grab that ball when you can, don't you?
You certainly do, and don't say it, because I know you're thinking it. Don't say it.
What am I thinking?
You know I know what you're thinking. Well, if he'd had hands, he'd be playing on offense, right?
That's true. You've said that before. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Pats at the line, ready to go. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. One play has them up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. They'll run with Michel. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down.
Keep playing hard, fellas, all day. Woo! Let's get it. Wait, that Alabama. 380. Pick up the ball. Go Bandit.
Now on 2nd and 13. Brady. Got Gordon open, completes it. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44.
I'm guessing, partner, that if we're in the huddle with the Patriots right now, there's not a single guy that thinks they have any chance of coming back in this one, especially not with Tom Brady.
Yeah, who's Tom Brady? What's he done in the past as far as comebacks are concerned? Down right now, but that can evaporate quickly with him in the huddle. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Now Brady. He's going to look deep for Edelman. And the throw there going to be incomplete. Well, this secondary has done such a good job of frustrating these receivers tonight. Another example right there on the deep ball.
Sometimes when the sun goes down and it's just the bright lights in the stadium, there's a little extra spring in their step, doesn't it? And that's what we're seeing from the defenders. Doesn't matter whether it's man or zone, deep ball, short ball. And that was a deep one there. They're making plays on the football, contesting everything.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going.
Get that quarterback, D-line. D-line, get that quarterback.
It's caught by Roberts. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
At the 22-yard line.
Buddy up. Watch the screen. Watch the screen. Watch the screen. Share. Go, go. No. Move to a focus. Screen. Watch it.
And he'll go down just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
Running the ball served them well all game long, and there's another example as they pick up a first down.
24-yard line.
Ready. Touchdown. Mike 91. Watch the out. Watch the out. Watch out. Watch out. Watch out. Watch out. 61. Let's watch. Check 26. Check 26.
On first down, they'll run with Hunt. Jonathan Jones there to make the stop.
I'm going to hit you.
This is what happens sometimes when you abandon the running game. It's hard to get back to it because once guys get out of that mentality of firing out and hitting people, hard to get them started again occasionally.
Don't get nervous. Check 91. 91 is the mic.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Jackson. And that going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's 3rd down. So he can't hang on, and as I watch that unfold, I remembered an expression that I've heard, maybe from you, I don't know, but you're going to get hit anyways, might as well hold on to the ball.
Well, you know a coach said that, right?
Yeah.
Not an actual player. No chance at all. Way easier said than done.
So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8.
That is right. 4 down. Check. 4 down. Check 91. 91 is the mic. Mike 91.
Jackson from the shotgun. Eluding the pressure right. And he's going to have the 1st down, yardage to the 35. Jackson always a threat to run. He's got the 1st down. He was the NFL's leading rusher among QBs a year ago. Up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Kill. Turn it up. Kill. Turn it up. Kill.
Running with Hunt here out of the shotgun. And an alley to run. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. Hakeem Hunt with 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game, as the Ravens push further out in front.
That drive that really increased their cushion felt very military to me. Very precise, methodical, that's one of the words you've taught me. And they just got it done.
And slowly but surely now starting to pull away a little bit. Things looking good for them here in the 3rd quarter.
Not only pulling away, but you mentioned that slowly but surely. You also drain clock, too, with a drive like that. So you really give yourself an advantage.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Pats at the line, ready to go. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation. And by the way, the punter no longer exists for their offense. That's how they have to treat this drive.
They need points.
Big time.
So in Raven territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. On the ground is Michel. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. 14 yards is the pickup there and a New England 1st down.
Well, that last run makes this a 100-yard night. I've loved the way he's hit the holes. He's been quick, he's been decisive, and he's been a whole lot of fun to watch.
He's got a man complete. It's Julian Edelman. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. A good pickup there, a 22. Brady now, 5 straight completions here in this 2nd half. 1st and 10.
Alabama.
They'll run on 1st down. Michel, and he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Brady. And this is going to be intercepted. It's the former Seahawk, Earl Thomas. Wow, so wipe out the INT roughing the passer. What a disaster.
An absolute disaster, and you hope their lockers are not right next to each other for the postgame. Safe to say one is not buying the other dinner.
Easy. Hey, 166.
Now Michel. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. That'll be a loss of 4 yards on the play. And that's going to make it 2nd and 14.
Check. Wait, set. 380. Right here. Ramp. Watch that in.
Working from the gun, it's Brady. Looking for Edelman, and he hits him. It's complete. And down inside the 15 he goes. It's a pickup of 17 and a 1st down.
It's a gain of 17 yards. 1st down, Patriots.
Back now in Baltimore. It's Patriot football, but they trail here as we begin the fourth quarter. Back now in Baltimore. It's Patriot football, but they trail here as we begin the fourth quarter. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Now Brady. Back of the end zone. Could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete. He was trying to go back to Edelman, but it's going to be 2nd down. Well, the trials and tribulations of being a quarterback in this league, it's tough. It's got to be wearing on him out there.
Well, he has been sacked a number of times. He had an interception, so I'm going to give him a skosh of credit for hanging in there and trying to make something happen, despite the amount of pressure he's been under this entire game.
Brady again here on 2nd and 10. Complete to Watson, the tight end. And they'll go backwards here, losing yardage to the 14. Calling a loss of 2 on the play. And they'll be facing a 3rd and 12.
Wait, 53!
They gonna need some therapy after this.
Let's go on. No, 66. Check. 45. Watch the curve.
Brady to throw again. To the goal line, but it's incomplete. The safety that time, Tony Jefferson, there on the coverage. At this point, down big, you'd have to imagine this defense, they're just going to sit back, blanket the field as best they can.
Yeah, this is actually the easy part of the game for them because, just as you noted, they can sit back, keep everything in front of them. But they've blanketed the field the entire game using a variety of coverages.
A critical one here if they're going to have any shot at this thing. So they'll go for it on 4th down. Now they go for it on 4th, but this one is going to wind up incomplete. The Patriots come up empty on 4th down, and the Ravens are going to get the football back. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Been a very strong performance for them, really on both sides of the football. The turnover on downs the most recent example, and now, obviously, they're in a great spot here.
Yeah, if you're over on the bench right now, you're shaking hands with your teammate, you're hugging him, give him a little dap. Been a big, big performance for them. Now you just don't get careless. Take care of the ball on the way out.
Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the fourth quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're just trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
Here's a quick hitch route and the throw complete. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line. 12 yards there and a 1st down. Jackson now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. Out of the gun, they run it with Hunt. Just what you want on a 1st down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2. I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely. You want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
And for one of the first times all night, he is going to go nowhere as they bury him behind the line. That'll wind up going for a loss of 4. And that'll bring up a 3rd down.
Come on, D. Watch tight end. You got 3 down.
On 3rd down, here's Hunt. And he's going to have the 1st down at about the 38. Bit of a surprise. They ran it on 3rd and medium. Proved to be the right call. 1st and 10. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Now Hunt. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
Saw it through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now.
Watch twins. Check.
On on second down. It's Edwards. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. 2 yards, good enough for a first. How about this offensive line? They're really starting to establish themselves, take over this game.
And before the series began, I know exactly what we said in the defensive huddle. Guys, we got to get no less than a 3-and-out. Let's get off the field. Instead, they can't find any traction towards doing that. Right now, they're just getting muscled all over the field and getting pushed down it.
Boy, the run on first down, a disaster as he's tackled well behind the line of scrimmage. So a loss of 5, and it'll be second down. Finally, defensively, they have a little clip to show positive for actually stopping him running the football.
It's been a really long night for them, hasn't it? So they got a little bit of a win there, but let's face it, the vision that he's had running the football has carried his feet to the open spaces and to big yardage all night long.
Hey, let's get in that holes. 91 is the left hole. Check 91. 91 is the Mike. Mike 91. Check Mike. Check Mike.
Off the draw, here's Hill. There to stop him, Juwan Bentley.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
An extra corner comes on now for the Patriots D on third down.
Here we go. I got 8. I got 8. I got 8. All day, baby. All day.
Jackson fakes the give and keeps it. And he completes it to Hunt. And they pick up 25 as they convert on third. And looking to put this game on ice in the fourth quarter, but still not afraid to throw it as they show there.
You want to play the game with confidence, and they have a guy who's in control right now. Their trigger guy, throwing it, they feel just as confident with him doing that as they would if they tried to run the ball and run the clock out.
So into Pat's territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 30-yard line. Now it's Hunt. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down.
And he continues to pile up the yardage. That puts him over $150 now. And this defense has really had its problems trying to keep him contained.
At the Patriots' 26-yard line.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
I'm going to run you over.
6 guys. Check 6 guys.
No. 66. Pull it. Pass. Jim.
They stay on the ground. This time it's Hill. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. That one good for a first down pickup of 18 yards. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Raven football here as we welcome you back. They've got it 1st and goal in a game that appears to have already been decided.
Watch the eye.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And they'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. An 8-yard touchdown run as the Ravens push further out in front. Tucker with the extra point, and that will bump the lead up to 26.
Justin Tucker set to kick off.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20.
Let's go!
At their own 20-yard line.
The Pats at the line, ready to go. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride.
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, "Who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time." But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for 3rd down. New England on 3rd down. 3 for 7 so far in this game. Here it's 3rd and 3. And he's got Edelman on the out route. That's complete. And he's going to have the 1st down yardage to the 35. Now the Patriots going to use one of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just over a minute to go in the game. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Brady. And he'll get that to Michel, complete. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. That goes as a gain of 11 and a Patriot 1st down. Brady deferring to White on the draw. And they'll get this just to the 47, 1-yard gain. Now the Patriots will use the 2nd of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 35 seconds left to go.
At the 47-yard line.
40's Mike, 40's the Mike. Watch the run. Ozzie. Hey, 66.
On 2nd and 9, Brady. It's complete. James White. 5 yards on the pickup, and just like that, it's 3rd down. Here's Brady. That's complete. It's Gordon. And he's got this down a yard or two shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds. That one good for 7 as this long drive continues and the chains move again. Brady's got his guys 1st and 10, and he's hit on all 5 of his pass attempts on this drive so far. Here's Brady to throw, and Watson has it right side. A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory, and the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week, we'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points, allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.
So for Baltimore, the win here means it'll be a 7-1 first half of the season. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Cincinnati Bengals. Meanwhile, for New England, the difficult season continues as they drop to 1-8. And they're going to get an extra week to stew over this as they're not back in action until week 11. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports.